it's got to be, I'm proud of me. That's why I'm steady moving on despite the hatred. I get better every song, man, it's got to be, I'm proud of me. If you don't like it, move along, get the shaking if the bacon ain't involved, man, it's got to be, I'm proud of me. That's why I'm steady moving.
All praises to the Most High. Welcome to Global State of Mind. I'm your host, Garnett, with my cousin here, JD. Another great episode. As usual, people, ask you one favor, one big favor. Hit that subscribe button. I promise you, when you hit that, you get the ding. That go
smash
feel
up
good.
The like button too.
Like, subscribe, and cheer. Don't forget, the Global State of Mind is here to provide a basis for you can come to and enjoy some kind of critical thinking and speaking. You see what I'm saying? We're encouraging you and all of the people that you hang with, everybody that you're social with, change the way they think critically, because we're going into a part of our life cycle where everything that we used to have as norm is gone. You see what I'm saying? The normal manners, the normal respect, the normal behaviors are gone. You know what I'm saying? We're going to a different world.
We're in evolution.
Yeah, evolution, which is leading to destruction. But you know what I'm saying? That's what we're on right now. So we just encourage you guys, you know what I'm saying, as best as you can, think as critically as you can. Don't let no situation come up against you and then you just hop on it. Global State of Mind. JD, how you doing, cuz?
What's up, people? What's good? It's your boy JD. So I'm happy to be here with you today. I don't know how y'all doing. I hope y'all good. I'm good. Feeling good in my skin, you know what I mean? Looking good, smelling good. You know what I mean?
Show them relax.
The hearing thing, you know what I mean? So yeah. So we're happy to be here with you today. We're going to be talking about the afterlife, you know what I mean? Life after death. That concept. Reason being, as a lot of people, a lot of people have experienced death in their family and in their surroundings the last 2 years at least, you know what I mean, since this COVID thing hit. So I know that's something that a whole lot of people can relate to. Of course, it's a suffering for everybody. You know what I mean? When you lose someone that you're close to, a loved one or friend, whoever that person may be, we all know that we only have one life. We live one life, and when we lose that life, it's always a big question of what happens after. The reincarnation, the this, the that, the heaven, you know what I mean? Whatever your belief may be, or the idea of what happens after this life may be, you know what I mean? It's always a question and that we as human beings tend to ask ourselves and ponder up, and you know what I mean? Because we love life.
Yeah, the average
love
human,
life,
the
that's for sure.
Huh? You're right, man. The average human being fears death. The only reason we fear death is because we're finite, and we feel like we have only so much time to accomplish so much in the unknown. Human beings have always, the unknown is the biggest fear to any human being.
Yep.
That's why people fear change so much. That's why change is so
difficult.
It's such an adverse thing for people. You know what I'm saying? Way back in the day, before all of this was started, before we had all this tech, we had all this bullshit going on in the world, people survived off the land. Change was mandatory in your life. You had to be prepared for change because seasons came, lands changed.
Yeah. You have
people
to adjust.
moved around. Yeah. When you work with the land, you have to be prepared. So we lost that. We don't work with the land no more. Work with technology, work with computers, work with laptops, work with phones. So we don't have none of the ground us to see more than just the end. You know what I'm saying? When you work with the land and you touch the ground, it gives you a feeling of more. You know what I'm saying? And it gives you a feeling of, when I'm done, I'm going to return to this. You know what I'm saying? But as human beings, we've came up with all kinds of concepts. We've came up with all kinds of ideas. And
you know what's crazy though?
Yeah.
Hold on, before you get into that, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
When you look at history, right?
Yeah.
From the beginning of time, us as a species, human being, the human race, have been looking into and finding ways of attaining immortality or rebirth or rejuvenation and shit like that, right? Because even if you look like back in the days with the pharaohs and the temples and how they kept their body and some sacrifices that they used to do and shit like that, you know what I mean? All that was to attain a form of immortality, or you know what I mean? So it's definitely something that I don't know. I think it's driven by fear or fear of the unknown, as you said earlier, Garnet. Because I
Yeah.
do believe, I mean, I don't know what your position is in your life and where you are personally. I think we're gonna get into that just after. But it's crazy how history shows us that it's a topic or a subject that has always been at like basically the top of
Number one.
science and the human,
It's the number one thing
human
in
research.
the human history that every single culture, every single society, every single time in history, they all seek the same thing, a way to live forever. And the people that are not the average person doesn't consider death on a normal basis. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not walking around thinking about death. But when you got $1 quadrillion and you have every single thing in the world, and you can buy what you want, and you can go where you want, and
You definitely want to preserve that life.
So their goal is different from our goal. An average person is just trying to enjoy life and just trying to make the best of what they got. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to make sure they live forever because they don't even want to give their wealth. So
Do you fear that?
if you look at history, it's mainly kings and queens and stuff like that that search for
the
eternal
elite.
life. Huh?
The elite.
Yeah, the elite have always
the
searched
elite.
for eternal life, bro. That's their thing. And the reason why is because it's not because they want to help humanity and they want to enjoy life, it's because they want to enjoy their wealth.
Mhm.
So, me personally, this is my belief. I believe now y'all looking, y'all not gonna like this. Some of y'all not gonna like this. Heaven and hell was created by man. It was something that a man used to create a fear in humans to control them. You cannot say you have an all-loving God that loves you so much and give up his son for you, but that all-loving God created a place for you to be eternally in hell and damned. All loving and damn don't work together. You see what I'm saying? Heaven was created so that you would follow the rules and be part of the system that they created. See what I'm saying to you? Because now you have a goal to attain. How do you attain this goal? By following all the rules that they've written into this book that tells you if you got to do this, you got to do 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, or you can't go to heaven. That's my belief. Now, y'all might not like it, but I ain't met nobody from heaven. And I ain't met a nigga from hell. I'm a believer, you feel me? I got to see it. And even if, I'll take that back. I don't got to see it, you just got to show me facts. You see what I'm saying? Show me facts. Let me talk. Run me some History Channel movies or A&E or whatever, a documentary where you interviewing 1,000 motherfuckers that came back from hell. Or 1,000 motherfuckers that went to heaven. You see what I'm saying to you? Mm-hmm. So for me, my belief, y'all, and you know what I'm saying, like I said, some of y'all ain't gonna like it. Heaven and hell is man-made. It's a way to control human beings. So,
all right.
Afterlife for me, yeah, afterlife for me is not. I don't see an afterlife. What I see is a now.
All right. Do you fear death, personally?
No,
right,
I don't
now,
fear death.
As we speak.
I don't fear death.
Okay.
You know what I fear?
What?
I fear leaving this planet and nobody knows who I am.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear.
That's a definite, legitimate fear.
I fear leaving this planet and my children aren't secure.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the fears I have. I have fears of providing a way for my children's children's children. Mm-hmm. Those are my fears. Death is inevitable. I've stared a gun. I've stared into the barrel of a gun down the motherfucking nose. Mm-hmm. Death is inevitable. It's coming. You can't do nothing about it.
That's the only thing that's promised.
You see what I'm saying? So why fear something that you know you can't stop at all? There's no way for you to stop death. It's coming. It's coming to get you. You see what I'm saying? It's like being stuck on the train tracks and your car not moving and all your doors are locked. Death is on the way. So why fear it? It's not unknown. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like we fear as human beings, we fear the unknown. Death is not an unknown. When you're dead, you go back to the ground. Your body, just like the animals, it feeds the planet and the planet feeds the rest of the people. the circle of life, as them say. So I say, Lion King. Away!
You're getting your Drake bag right now, bro.
You see what I'm saying? So you can't fear something that you know what I'm saying? To fear death is like saying you fear living. You know what I'm saying? Because life isn't predictable. If anything, you should fear living more than you fear death. Because when you're dead, motherfucker, ain't shit else for you to do. You don't got no more worries. You don't got no more cares. There's nothing. Nothing. And we live in a world where people forget about you the next day. It's not like back in the day where somebody would die and you see motherfuckers mourn for them for 2-3 weeks. Nowadays, somebody dies. Okay. We go to the funeral, we have a drink, and we move along. You know what I'm saying? So, if anything, somebody should fear, they should fear life, fear living. And you shouldn't fear that either. But if you're going to be scared of something, scared of living, because living is hard. We're living in a world where our daily activities are dictated by others. You know what I'm saying? You can't leave your house without a mask. You can't leave your house without I went out to Dave and Buster, B. Dave and Buster is a game arcade place, right? And you need a vaccination card to get in there, or a 72-hour test. And we're not living in a world no more where you can just go do what. Yeah, you can't go do it. You can't just leave your house and go do what you want no more. You see what I'm saying? So if anything, you should fear life, because death is known.
We had just to get back a little bit to what Garnet was saying, because we had a previous conversation. I don't remember which episode it was, but check out our last, some of our last videos, and I'm sure that you'll find a conversation that we chopped it up on religion and shit like that, and faith. And so yeah, I get Garnet's point of view where religion is concerned. Where for me though, I see religion, or well, not let me not say religion, but when it comes to heaven and earth, heaven and hell should say. I really don't know what to.
Heaven and earth, is it the right thing?
Heaven and earth. I really don't know what to make of it, but this is my thought process. This is how I envision things, right? What we know for sure is that there is good and there's evil. That we know for sure. There's good and there's bad, right? So we know that one is positive and one is negative. Good is positive, one is negative, right? And I also know that in this world there are different realms. You know what I mean? I do believe in physical realm, which is the one that we live in, and I believe that there's also a spiritual realm, you understand? Where entities
when you say spiritual, when you say there's a spiritual realm, are you talking about inside of your body? You're talking about a spiritual realm is outside of you.
Outside. Yeah. Outside. However, I do believe that there's a spiritual being that lives inside of you that can travel or attain different realms, that I do believe too. But
okay, so
things.
You believe in the aliens too?
Huh?
You believe in aliens too? Yeah.
I think there's a possibility. I think there's a possibility that aliens could exist. No, I've never seen
them. You believe in a spiritual realm. You believe in everything. You believe in these different realms and these different powers, but you don't believe there's another intelligent species outside of human beings?
I never said that. I said that I believe there's a possibility that aliens could exist.
Man.
Aliens. All right, look, what do we call aliens as human beings? We're getting off topic now, but just to justify, what we call anything that is unknown to man is an alien, basically. That's what we call alien. You know what I mean? We see some shit in the sky, we're like, hold on, what the hell is that? We never seen that before. That comes from an unexplained. That's an alien.
That's what the word means, bro. The word alien means different.
Exactly. It's different. So of course, hell yeah, we are human beings. We just start really traveling space and going to different planets and shit like that. Other things definitely exist outside the Earth. That's obvious to me. So with that consciousness, right? With that consciousness and that thought of mine, I do believe in a supreme being. And if there is a supreme being and there's good and bad, to me, it's only logic that there is two different forms of existence. One attaining to good and one attaining to bad.
Two different
Whether
forms of
some-
what? Two different forms of what?
Existence, or should I say existence?
Yeah,
Two
that,
different places basically.
so you're saying you believe there are two different places. So you believe in heaven and hell, and you believe these are places that you go after life, after you're dead.
All right. Look, let me tell you what my understanding of it is. No, because you simplify it, and when you simplify it,
It
it's
sounds
not that
crazy.
it sounds crazy, exactly, right?
And when you simplify, that's how I like
I
to
believe
live
that
life,
there is
bro.
a place that good people dwell, good beings dwell.
So you're saying after you die, the spirit exits your body, and the spirit,
Well,
the spirit is
this
gathered.
spirit, I have no idea what happens after you die because I've never experienced
how
death,
can you
obviously,
believe-
right?
how can you
I
in
believe that
heaven?
no one really knows what happens after you die, which is, come on.
So what are you?
No one
so
knows
why,
what happens
why
after you
have,
die.
why
You're not
have
going to
to
know until you
believe
die.
in heaven if you know that no one knows what happens after you die? So you're
Because-
telling yourself that nobody knows what's coming. I'm gonna go and believe that there's a heaven after this, even though that nobody knows.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm
Okay.
saying that with a logical thought process, right?
Yeah,
I'm comparing what I know to what possibly could exist. I know there's good and bad.
yeah,
I know there's different realms, spiritual realms, physical realms, shit like that, right?
yeah.
People exist in the through vibrations. We know ghosts exist, for example.
Mm.
That's a fact, right? People, we literally have machines today that can check negative vibrations and positive vibrations. You know what I mean? Negative
I'm
entities
not
and
gonna
positive
go.
entities.
I'm not gonna go with fact because it's on TV.
No, it's on TV, but you can do the experience for yourself.
Bro,
You
so
can
you're
use
telling
these
me they got the
machines. No.
ghost? They got the Ghostbuster machine, bro? We
All right,
can go
look,
buy it and
people
find
call
ghosts?
it ghosts. No. You have to look at it from a factual basis. People call it ghosts, but we know that there is energy. We know that we are surrounded by energy, which is
Yeah.
basically positive vibration and negative vibrations, right?
Ah,
Negative vibrations, we know that. Huh? You know that, right?
No, I can't agree with that. I agree.
No.
I say that we human beings are
Mhm.
filled with energy, and we produce energy out into the air by contact with each
Yeah.
other and all that stuff.
All
I
right, check
don't
this
think
out.
there's any, because if there was no human beings here and nothing on the planet, trees would just grow and just be by themselves. There'd be no kinetic, no movement, no nothing.
That's
I
wrong
think-
because the trees have energies, animals have energies, the
Yeah, but I
sea
think
have
that, I
energies.
think that we're the,
The
one
whole
that's pushing
world
out the
is
vibrations, though.
it's all energy, it's all vibration.
But
We
I
are
think
not
that
the
we're
only
the one that's
vibrating
causing
beings.
the vibration. I feel like as human beings, we cause the vibration in the system, not the system
No.
cause us to vibrate.
All right, check this out. The breeze, when a breeze flows, it comes with a sound. That sound is a vibration.
Yes, all energy and vibration. But I said I don't
Exactly.
I don't feel like that is happening
The
unless
breeze
human
exists
beings
with
are-
or without man, and that's just a logical perspective.
I'm
The
talking
wind,
about
the
you're
sea,
saying.
all this, it's not man-made, so it exists outside of us.
Yeah, but what
You know
I'm
what I
saying
mean?
to you is, I'm saying you're using the energy as in within the afterlife fact. What I'm saying to you is,
Yeah, I'm comparing a logical thought process of a state of existence which we all can feel and are aware of to explain why I believe that there is possibly a place outside of the earth or outside
are
of
you
what we
Carly?
live.
What is this? No one say heaven.
Well, I can't say heaven and hell because all those are has religious cognitions to it. You know what I mean?
Now, so you're saying that you believe that after you die, your soul, which is your energy and your vibe, returns to the other energy and vibe.
Exactly.
That's what
Based on who
that's
you
what I
are.
just told you. That's what I believe too, but I believe it in a different way. I believe that when you get buried, the earth takes all that from you that was in your body and everything, returns it to the earth, and then use it to continue the cycle. You're saying
Yeah,
energy and
I get what you're
vibration.
saying,
I'm saying
but-
you. I believe that you return. I don't believe
right,
that
look.
you go to no heaven.
Look, all right, look at this. Look at this. If you believe in a supreme being, right?
Yeah, there has to be a supreme being.
All right. A being is something, not necessarily someone, but it's something. It's a source, right? If you believe in a supreme being, that's something that created you, from which you derive from, you come from.
Mhm.
You're following with me?
Yeah,
If you came from that source,
yeah.
when you leave this earth, don't you go back to that source?
No. Why?
Well, that
That's
would
not-
be the logical thought process.
No. See, let's think about it. Everything. See, I try my best to look at things from both sides on topics like this.
Mhm.
You're saying the logical thing is to go back, but there's also more logical things to do. That you could be a finite thing. And once you're produced and your battery's dead, you're done, and they move on to the next one.
You can't look at it that way because that's a man. That only can only be how to say this. That thought process can only be applied to man-made things.
No,
You
how
understand?
is that possible? Because you're saying that human beings are made with energy and they vibrate, right?
Yeah.
So when your time comes and you stop vibrating, stop making energy, you're like a dead battery.
Well, that's the thing. Do you stop vibrating? That's the big question, I believe.
Yeah, your body get eaten up by worms and dirty, decomposed. You know more.
Yeah, but that's
vibration,
your
man.
body. If you're also a spiritual beings, remember, you are also a
But if
spiritual being.
it's vibration and power, and it has it's just like a battery. Just think about it like life like a battery. You get your fully charged, life you run down through life, boom, 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 battery empty, dead. Your cycle done. Next battery putting on the remote.
Yeah, I get that, but
You know what I'm saying?
that's okay. This is what I was saying earlier. That thought process leads to thinking of a man-made thing, right? Human beings aren't man-made. That's a clear fact to me. You understand? We're not man-made because we have.
It depends
also
on how
have,
you look at that, because the first human being probably wasn't man-made, but everyone after that was man-made. I'm man-made. My mom and my dad made.
Yeah, but the consciousness that what do you call it? How do you say it? There was okay. Your physical being came together through a man and a woman. That's a sure fact.
Even my spirit
there's
came
also-
from, they created my spirit too. Inside
Well,
of that, when my mom and my dad came together and they did their thing, my dad got Kaya! Feel sorry for my mom. Oh my God. But, my dad and my mom came together and they did their thing. You're inside of this thing, and inside of it, with that sac, you're being formed.
Mhm.
You're saying that sperm, that egg, they come together and they form they unite form your soul.
Mhm.
You don't come out without a soul, you come out with a soul. And the soul and the vibrations is inside of the stomach that you already have. They created that. Your parents created you. Your parents gave you that. Now the original, you know what I'm saying? Whoever the supreme being, whatever he did, the first, whether it was a cast, whether it was a mold, whether it was some mud, whatever way he formed the first human being, different. But everything after that, once everything after that is man-made. We're all man-made at this point.
Well, that I disagree with.
How so?
110%.
Who made you then?
Because I believe that, of course, the physical aspect of our being comes from a man and a woman, where 50% are DNA from our mother and 50% from our dad. That I clearly agree with. You understand?
Yeah.
Where the spiritual being inside of us, where that's concerned, I don't believe that comes from our mother and our father.
Now, that for me, see, the definition of spirit is different for me. You're talking about a spirit as in the definition of how churches in the Bible give it to you. I'm talking about a spirit as in the definition of how life creates it. Now you're born, and when you're born, you come into this world unknowing. You come into this world a blank sheet. You come into this world a white canvas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your soul is pure. Children have the purest souls because they don't have any ulterior motive towards they don't have any ulterior motive to love you.
Yeah.
As you get older, you learn that ulterior motive to love someone. But when you're a child, you love somebody genuinely with all your heart because that's what real love is. You see what I'm saying to you?
True.
Now, life takes that canvas that you're born with and forms that soul that you're going to be. Because your soul, your conscience, whatever you want to call your subconscious, that dictator of how you move is formed based on how you live. If I grew up in a household where they were all racist people, I grew up with a racist soul. which would then in turn become part of which in turn guides my life and how I move and how I act and how I decide on what I'm going to do. You see what I'm saying? See, that's how I think a soul is. I don't think
that's your soul.
Down is like, okay, here's your soul. You got your soul, now run with that. I think a soul is something, because your soul is, to me, your soul is your whole entire being. It's your guidance. It's your firm stick. It's the thing that's inside of you that tells you to go left or go right. For that to be strong, and for that to be something that dictates the proper way to live, you have to be raised up a certain way. That's because your soul starts off small and clean and blank. Mm-hmm. And if somebody throw a bunch of dirt in a canvas, they're gonna have a dirty soul. Rapist, child molester, serial killer. Them grow up with dirty things on their canvas. Mm-hmm. Them going to the backyard and then kill a cat and then string up the cat and burn the cat on fire. Canvas get dirty. See them parents fight every day. You see the mother get beat up every day.
Yeah.
Canvas get dirty. You go to school, you get bullied at school.
I get what you're saying, even though I don't share that thought process, because I don't view that as your soul. I believe that these are things that forms your character or your personality, which eventually is basically attributes of who you are. You understand?
Which is your soul. Your soul is who you are.
Well, your soul now, I believe that's a different issue. I believe because now you get into soul. All right, first of all, is your spiritual being is your soul. That's what I understand from you.
No. Your soul is you and you are your soul.
Okay.
There's no separation between the two. Your soul is the base of who you are.
Mm-hmm. So it's basically your consciousness, if I understand you clearly. Your soul is equivalent to your consciousness.
It can't be. No, your soul, your consciousness is part of your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Your soul, they're not two separate entities or one of the same. The conscience is part of the soul. It's built into your soul.
Do we distinguish your soul from Garnet, the spiritual being?
You can't. That's impossible. Spirit. It can't be. How can you distinguish two things that are the same, one of the same? My soul and me are one of the same. So there's no separation.
That's what I'm saying. So for you, your spirit is your soul. That's what I'm getting to. For you, your spirit is your soul.
Spirit and soul is the same thing. Same word to define the same thing, spirit and soul.
All right. Well, no, it's actually not the same thing.
Okay, give me the difference between the spirit and the soul. Break that down for me.
Well, the thing is, and I'm gonna be real honest.
Yeah.
This was explained to me on multiple bases, multiple occasions. By the way, I need to get the person who explained it to me on the show, right? And when I went up and researched, it might, because I don't take words for words, I actually do my research.
Yeah.
I came to the conclusion that the explanation that I was given was correct.
Okay.
Truth be told, I don't remember the explanation that was given.
And you don't even smoke no weed, cuz.
I promise you this. I will get the person that explained it to me.
Can you at least give it to us? Can you at least give it to us in layman's terms, or just give us a simplified version of it?
Well, basically, your soul is basically let's say your consciousness.
There you go.
It's your consciousness, right?
Hold on. Your soul is your consciousness?
Yeah.
Okay.
You understand?
No.
Meaning that it helps you navigate the world throughout the choices that you make and things like that. You understand? It defines what is good and bad for you, right?
Yeah.
That's your soul, right?
So hold on, is that your soul or your consciousness?
Your soul is your consciousness.
Okay, so that's what I said too. I say your soul is part of your consciousness. Consciousness is part of your soul,
right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to your spiritual, who you are spiritually now. So I don't want to get into explanation and I messed up, but your spiritual being now is directly impacted, of course, by your soul. You understand? Because your choices that you make in this life also is always between good and evil. And these are things that impact your you as a spiritual being, right?
Yeah.
It makes your spiritual being either good or bad, right?
Yeah.
However, your spiritual being is who you really are. Your spiritual being is even more you than your physical being. You understand what I'm saying?
That
I don't know
sound
if
like
you
your,
gonna get
that
what
sound
I'm
like your
getting.
soul. Sound like this, that don't sound no different from a soul. So you're
There's
saying your
something
soul
that
is your conscience,
no, there's a
and
big
your
difference
spiritual
because
being
your
is
spiritual,
your soul.
there's a big difference because your soul dies with your body. You understand? The spiritual being never dies.
That, you see that's illogical, bro. If your soul is what you say your soul is, according to religion and Christianity, the soul and the spirit. Listen,
All right, look.
I've been
because-
involved in religion. I've been involved in religion since I was a child. My daddy was listen. Daddy, your uncle. You sent me to go Catholic church by myself every Sunday.
Check this.
And
Check
from
this.
Catholic church, I go
Let
to-
me ask you a question.
Hold on,
Let me
finish this first. From Catholic church to Christian church, and from Christian church to Jehovah Witness, and from Jehovah Witness.
We know that. We've been through that. We've been through that because
I've read all of them. All of them believe the same thing. The soul is the spirit. I've never heard anything that any religion that says soul and spirit is two different things, and your soul die and your spirit live. I've never heard that before. I've never heard your soul dies and your spirit lives.
well, your soul.
Everything I've heard in religion is
your soul is your
lives.
consciousness. If your soul is, it's only logic. If your soul is your consciousness,
Your soul
automatically,
can't be
if your body dies,
conscience,
your consciousness dies, right?
Your
However,
soul
if you're
can't
a
be your
spiritual
conscience
being,
and stuff. It's impossible for your soul, because your soul is inside. Your soul is the thing that animates you. You see what I'm saying to you? Your soul is the thing that gives you. It's the battery. Without
me
a
ask you a
soul, you're
question.
nothing. So
does your soul sleep for you?
Does your soul what?
sleeps?
Does your
Sleep.
soul sleep?
Yeah, when you sleep, your soul sleep with you?
Your brain never sleeps. What are you talking about?
Okay, no, it's a question.
Yeah,
So for you, your soul don't sleep when you're
There's
your
no
body
time that you're-
is at
no.
rest, but your soul isn't at rest, right? I'm trying to
Let me tell you.
understand the functioning of your soul based on Garnett's understanding or vision of what your soul and what your spirit is. You feel me?
no, it's not a matter of my vision. I've never heard any Christian or any religion say that soul
Well,
and
that's
the spirit
why I
are different.
told you I'm going to
and the-
get the person who explained it to me on
Is
the
this
show.
person religious or is this
He's Muslim.
is Muslim?
Yeah, he's Muslim.
Yeah, I've studied Muslim, bro. I've never heard no Muslim say that one either.
Studied
I've never
Islam,
heard that
cuz.
before
He
either,
studied
bro.
Islam, cuz.
And I've been to Salat and
Hey.
everything. Ass in the air, all that.
Let me say this. Maybe I'm messing up the explanation, but I'm going to get person on the show. He's going to explain to you.
Yeah,
from
get
A
that.
to Z.
Because I
I
don't,
promise you.
I've
but-
never heard no Muslim.
I'm gonna be
Listen,
honest.
Khalil,
I'm gonna be honest. Because I really, the way I looked at things, before, was basically that your soul is basically your spiritual being. You understand?
Yeah.
When the explanation was given to me and I looked it up, it really made sense to me. Right? Maybe it won't make sense to you, but it made sense to me. Anyways.
Yeah.
I want to say shit. I forgot. I want to say something. I want to address something that you said earlier, but I forgot what it was. To tell you the truth. We went into the soul and spiritual thing.
all right,
It
hold
really
on.
slipped my
Hey
mind.
guys, I just want y'all to remember while you're watching, like, subscribe, please.
Sure.
Hey, if you don't do nothing else,
And
you
comment.
just
By the way, we're
subscribe,
gonna take a
scroll
quick
across the
pause,
screen,
but yeah,
tap it. Subscribe, like, share, comment. This is a lot of people don't, and I'm saying, don't have a very clear view on this whole topic, and they, you know what I'm saying, it leads to worry and stuff like that. So, like, subscribe, share. We'll be back part 2 on Thursday. Don't worry about it.
It's got to be, I'm proud of me. That's why I'm steady moving on despite the hatred. I get better every song, man. It's got to be, I'm proud of me. If you don't like it, move along. Get the shaking if the bacon ain't involved, man. It's got to be, I'm proud of me. That's why I'm steady moving.